which is fantastic. So today we finished up the wiring, we put the center console back in. The center console in the E53X5 is by far the worst part of the manual transmission conversion on this car. It is brutal to change the trim on that thing, to take it out, to put it in. There's way too many moving pieces. There's too many fasteners. There's too little room, seemingly, in such a large car to get that thing in there and to route the wiring properly. It's a bitch. I mean, it is biblically miserable to remove and reinstall that console. But it's done. A big thanks to Tobin for helping with that. It would have been very frustrating myself. Every screw's where it should be. I don't hear any rattles on the way home. A couple key points here. So we've got a freshly and completely, I mean, down to everything, rebuilt M54B30 under the hood, and then a 5-speed manual transmission conversion on top of that. So we can't really get into the throttle too much. Having said that, cruising home at 75 miles per hour is 3,600 RPM. I've never driven a manual E53X5 before. I've never driven a manual SUV before. This was the very first one. And I didn't quite expect that. So the differential ratio stays the same. It's a 4.1 to 1 ratio rear end for both the manual and the automatic. The differential does change. The output flanges were larger. I think they're M12 instead of M10 bolts, A, and B, the actual diameter of the output flange changed. So we do have a used and rebuilt manual X5 diff in here. We have the 5-speed transmission, not the 6. I have searched the world for a 6-speed transmission for the last 8 or 10 months. It doesn't exist. I can't find it. Will I find one in 5 years? Perhaps, but certainly not now. I can't even find cars that have them. It's like such a rare thing. Maybe they only made a few hundred, if that. I don't know if that was limited to the North American market or not. Probably not, but they're not out there. So I'm pretty sure this is just how it's supposed to be. We do have the manual transmission transfer case, which is also rebuilt and resealed and refilled. Let me flip the camera around here. I know people like the wood now, that's very trendy, but it's gone and I couldn't be happier about it. It looked so bad and so cheap and just totally budget in this car. This trim is a quarter of the quality of the wood. I will come out and start with that. It is completely plastic. There's no metal backing. This piece was the worst condition one only because the center tab, no, I think both outer tabs were broken off. So we had to kind of plastic weld and fabricate material there, and it fits really well and is tight and doesn't make any noise. The console looks awesome. I did not expect the shifter to sit so high, though I probably should have. I'm used to the 545. Everything's brand new. The carrier, selector rod, all bushings and hardware, of course. Put it in 3rd gear, and it's still ridiculous. That's just how it is. This is what this car would have looked like in 2001, at least in terms of that. This piece took forever to find. The boot, you can find the leather, you cannot find the form. So allegedly I've ordered a new one on eBay from somebody who keeps promising me that he can deliver it, though it's been 2 months and it's just push it out, push it out, push it out. Though he keeps offering to refund me, and it is covered by eBay. So I'm going to keep the order, give him another few months and see what can happen there. This one obviously is an original one. It's tight. The leather has shrunken. Put it up in, or I guess down here in like 4th gear. It's not tight, but it's taut. So hopefully we can get a new one in there, some nice, fresh, soft leather that will match this thing, which still exists. And I'm sure nobody buys this because it's ugly, but that's exactly what should be in this car. We should have a 5-speed, no M. This is not a sport package car. This is not an M model. It is not a performance car. This is a 3-liter X5 daily driver kind of workhorse type thing. So that's the right shifter for it, but it's really high. There is some play in it, even with fresh bushings, and the throws are really long. And you know what? Drive this for a few days, get back in your 540, get back in your M5. Feels like a freaking 812 super fast. Clutch is weird. It picks up right at the floor. Yes, it's a new clutch, but it's also a self-adjusting clutch, so it shouldn't really change. This is almost E36 M3, like right off the floor within an inch. E39 probably has about 2 inches of dead zone. This might even be maybe a half an inch. It's really close. So that's going to be a bit of a learning curve. We pulled out the throttle pedal today, took out the kickdown switch. It's the exact same setup as the E60 M5, so that was really easy. 6 pentalobe screws on the left side. Throttle pedal has a clip at the bottom. Press the clip down, slide it out to the left. It's a 2-stage clip, so you do that action twice. You get the throttle out, unplug the connector, 6 pedal lobes, and then just slide the switch out of there and put it back together so there's no more kickdown. Obviously, with a freshly rebuilt engine, I'm not going to be hard on the throttle, hard on the engine. I will let it break in here pretty easily over the next few hundred miles. We're going to do an oil change after 2 or 3 thermal cycles, another one at 500 miles, and then we'll resume normal changes at 5,000 miles. So back to gearing, 80 miles an hour is about 3,800 RPM. That is past halfway. It looks like you're in 4th gear, but that's 5th. 4,000 RPM is exactly 85 miles per hour, which here in California, if you're on a freeway and things are moving without notable traffic, you are at least moving 80 miles per hour. So this poor M54 is going to get worked at around 4,000 RPM cruising on the highway for about 30 minutes each day. It will probably be quick around town, seeing that it's kind of mechanical supercharging, having really low gearing. You're in 2nd gear by 10 miles an hour, 3rd gear by 20, 4th gear by 30, 5th gear by 40 miles per hour. So you're really shifting quickly in this. Definitely could be a 7-speed manual, but nobody considered that back in 2001. Anyways, I was up there till 10:05 tonight. I am totally cooked. My Apple Watch has died. It does not work right now. So we're going to get some sleep, drive back up there tomorrow, crank out a Friday, get the hell out of there for the weekend. I'll talk to you tomorrow.